Well, look, I mean, he has a name. You know, his dad is the former heavyweight champion of the world. He's 12-1, has a really good record, and he fits the part. He can talk the talk. We can sell a big fight because of this. Obviously, it's entertaining. Fans want to see that. Fans want to see the shit talk, and it's a big challenge for me. I'm always stepping up with every fight, increasing the level of opposition, and he is just that. He's a real professional boxer, and I wanted to check that off the list because everyone's saying, fight a real boxer. Okay, August 6th, let's go.
Talking about Logan, I just spoke to Logan, and he said he told you that Tommy Fury was going to
Yeah, I mean, it just, there's no reason now. He doesn't want the fight. He's going to find any excuse he can to get away, just duck, and he's just wasted a lot of our team's money, a lot of our time, and the kid needs me. You know, he is the one making like $100,000 a fight. When he fights me, he's making a couple million. So he needs me. I don't need him, and I'm just sick of his bullshit.
In terms of shit talk, did you ever consider Andrew Tate as an opponent?
Next question.
Next question.
Which kid?
Andrew Tate.
Next question. Let's focus on August 6th.
Jay, do you feel like you got a slight advantage, either both of y'all, going into this fight as y'all were previous sparring partners? Don't know if that was asked that yet, but do you believe you have a slight advantage, as knowing how he fights, during sparring?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just worked harder. I think I've been more dedicated over the past 2 years than he has and gotten exponentially better. So that's what I'm banking on, and that's what we're hoping going into the fight is the case, I work so hard in the gym, and there's no way that he can match that.
Will the critics finally give you your full props after you fight this quote-unquote real boxer, as, he's done the amateur pedigree, he has fought real fighters at this moment, so do you believe critics will give you that?
I think they'll have to. They'll have to respect it. Even if they don't like me, they'll have to respect it and be like, okay, he fought a real boxer and he won. And I plan on winning in a vicious knockout. And once I do that, people are going to be like, Jesus Christ, he just knocked out a heavyweight.
Your reaction to seeing Hasim Rahman Sr. here, former heavyweight champion of the world, does that make any difference, you having him across the table?
I think it's cute. He's going to hold his son's hand into the ring, hold his hand along this process. It's bring a kid to work day. He can't do this by himself. He needs his daddy. He needs his daddy.
I'm not working hard.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Like, his own dad is just talking shit about him. So I don't know. That whole thing was just a bunch of debauchery. It's just like talking to a wall of stupidity. That whole family.
90% of the comments I get in my mentions are that fight's staged. He's going to take it down. Of course, of one sparring session, meanwhile sparring sessions happen all the time. Can you please squash that or address that, because I'm getting tired of seeing it.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's illegal to do that, first and foremost. Secondly, sparring partners spar all the time. Look at Triple G and Canelo. Look at Dillian White and Tyson Fury. So this is a common thing, and they have so much pride and ego, and like, you see the real tensions. You can feel that energy in the room. So the people that think that are obviously just the Jake Paul haters who want to discredit any single thing that I'm doing.
His last fight.
How much will I weigh? I'll weigh like 195. I walk around, 195.
How much do you think you'll weigh in at?
Probably 195.
195.
Yeah.
But he's not allowed to weigh more than 210 in the ring. Or second day weigh-in?
No, the second day weigh-in, Saturday morning, he can weigh 215 Saturday morning.
215.
And the night of the fight, he can weigh whatever he wants.
Is there any rematch clause in this fight in case it doesn't go your way?
I don't believe so.
Why a heavyweight, Jay? I mean, you haven't fought a heavyweight yet. Why a heavyweight now?
Well, he has a name. For me, it's hard to find a perfect opponent because they have to have a big name. They have to be a good fighter. They have to be a professional boxer. I wanted to check that off the list. And so he just fit the whole entire description. And I know what I'm capable of. If I'm knocking everyone out at cruiserweight, then why can't I knock out someone at heavyweight?
You talk about struggling to find a new opponent, and how you landed on Rockhold.
Yeah, look, there was a couple of names on the list. We were looking at Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., but he couldn't do it. And really, Hasim Rahman Jr. was the best option, and called him up right away, and he was immediately down.
Jay, could we potentially see that fight versus you and Julio Cesar Chavez? Probably
I would like that.
If he gets his situation under control, and You think that could also do massive numbers?
Yeah, I wish him the best in his recovery and all that. But as soon as he's better, I would love to make that fight happen. I think it's a great fight, and I know I can beat him. And that would be cool to beat a former world champion. That would be a step up and another accomplishment in my career.
Jake, what does Hassim do really well that you're worried about?
What does Hassim do really well that I'm worried about? You know, I think fighting a southpaw for the first time is going to be interesting. You know, I've practiced a lot with it. I know he's going to come out southpaw, but obviously everything's different under the lights, and he has a 4 to 5 inch reach advantage. So just going to have to close the distance, close the gap, and get near him and make it rough.
Have you now separated yourself from the other YouTubers in boxing? Think about KSI.
Yeah,
He's got it.
close.
Any comments on that fight?
It's not
the
even-
KSI fight.
It's not even close, you know. It's just two different worlds, you know. They're what they're doing is cool, and I respect it, and I'm rooting for Alex WASSABI, you know. But it's just not the same level of shit that I'm doing, you know, as far as competition-wise. You know.
Rockman did lose his last fight, but he did throw 50 punches around. You've not seen 50 punches around. Woodley averaged, I think, 30 in the second fight. First fight, he was throwing about 20 punches around. That's a new wrinkle. Besides being a southpaw, he throws a lot of punches. Are you ready to see volume, and do you think there'll be opportunities for counter shots?
For sure. I mean, he was throwing a lot of punches, but it was because the guy was sitting there as a heavy bag. You know, he couldn't get out of the way. So when he's fighting me, that punch count's going to come way, way down because he's not going to be able to hit me.